Okay, this is to help you get started with your Techsoft 2D drawing for the various parts of your automata design. So first of all, I just want to use Amrita's design as an example. If we have a look at her design work, this is her design page, which is really good. She's got a number of clearly drawn ideas with some clear annotation, which helps with the understanding. For example, she's got bevel gear mentioned here. She's showing how things are moving. She's labeled this idea number 4, number 2, number 1. I think that's number 3. In any case, I'm taking this one here. So I took a little screenshot of it. Let's go back here and I put it here. So you could do that as well. You can take a photograph or a scan of your design, just have it here. So I've just pasted it in there, just something for me to work from. So I want, with her designs, it's like curtains on a stage, and the piano is standing on the stage, the music's on the stage, and there's going to be a background. So if we just have a look at the kind of basic structure of your design, you're probably going to have a number of elements. You're probably going to have something in the foreground. So in this case, it's waves. In Amrita's example, it's going to be the curtains of the stage. Then you're probably going to have some things moving in the middle. These are attached to the follower or to the bevel gear, the octopus and everything, and then a background as well. And in this, I think this one's good because it's not just a rectangular background, and also you see the background goes down below at the back there as well, and that makes it a lot stronger because you can attach the back to the legs as well. Now I know the design of the legs is slightly different to yours, but you can imagine that this going down the back is going to be stronger. Also, the more this overlaps at the front, then the stronger that's going to be as well. All right, so let's just go back up to our Techsoft 2D thing. And here I've got the front elevation of the base that you're in the middle of making. And if I go to, where is it? I guess here. That's the one I'm looking for. There's a link in Classroom, but it shows you the orthographic drawing. And it's this front view here. And the good thing about this is I can look at the dimensions. It's 200 and that's 118 high. All right. I'll give you lots of dimensions. 200 by 118. So if I go back to here, what I've done is I've drawn a rectangle here that represents the front. So this was just a screenshot and that's not the right size, but this is drawn. I've taken the measurements from that dimension drawing I just showed you and I've drawn it to the right size. So if you can check on measurements. So I can go vertical dimension. If you want to measure exactly from here, whoops, don't do that. So do that. Let's do that again. You can use the attach tool over here. Bam, bam, and there we are, 118. To mark a horizontal measurement, bam, bam, and there we are. Oh, 201. Oh, that's slightly wrong then. So I need to get that and make that 1 millimeter shorter. Let's try that. So let's delete that. Do that again. It's a very useful tool, this dimensions. Oh, still at 201. Let's do that again. Zoom in this time. Select that. I can do this because it's only a rectangle. It seems to jump back. That seemed a little... Okay. If that's not the right size, I'm going to leave it for now, but I think you get the idea. I mean, really, I think I would redraw this, to be honest. Yeah, 199. Okay, so I would redraw. Maybe it's because... No, it's 100. Oh, well. Okay, so I've got my rectangle, and we'll just pretend it's 200. And now we want to draw this stage curtain on the top here. So what I did, I went and Googled curtains, stage curtains, and what did I find? I found this picture here. Okay, it kind of looks similar to Amrita's drawing, but it's not exactly the same, but that doesn't matter. And I can get that, and I can place it here, like that. And that's going to be kind of my guide. Right, that's the wrong size. hold the Shift key down, I can drag this in so that looks a bit more like it. I'm only going to use it to trace it, so it doesn't have to be exact. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an outside box, the top, and then I'm going to come down about 20. So remember with this, I said it's a lot stronger if you could come down the front. You've got more to glue at the front, it will make it stronger. So I'm going to come down about 20. Okay, so I'm going to start by drawing a rectangle, and this time I'm going to use the take that off. I'm going to use the measure. Now the measurements for a rectangle appear down here in the bottom left hand corner. There, and I'm going to start here, and then I'm going to go over to there. So it's the same width, so it's 200 and it's 156 high. There we go. So remember I got this one wrong, so I'm going to move that out. I can't seem to get it exactly on 200. There, I've done it right. And you notice all the lines are in black, which are fine. When you've finished, you can then turn them into blue for cut and green for engrave. So I also want to have a great big hole in this, right? Because the piano is going to go in there, remember? So I could vectorize it, but I'm going to end up with so many points and so many vectors, it's going to be a nightmare. So this is what you need to do. You need to select draw a closed Bezier curve. Now, the advantage of that is no matter what you do, you will end up, so if I do a little bit here, you'll end up with it closed up, which is actually what you want if you are going to cut something out. So it kind of ensures that it's going to cut out. But obviously that's the wrong shape. And you put some points in. I won't do too many. So I'll just put a few in. Obviously I think I would do more than that in real life, but I'm just going to, just so it's quick. We don't need that many. Like if I zoom in here, you need to have, whoops, that one's in the wrong place, but I can change it afterwards. So one there, one there, one there, and the last one's going to go along the bottom. But if I just double click here, it completes it, and it's done this great big loop. All right, so I know what you're saying. It's all wrong, Mr. Bain. No, I'm going to edit it. So I've got that now. Right hand corner, start edit. And now I can go in here and move these so that it's in the shape that I want. So you can take your time with this. You can remember that point I put in the wrong place. It was here, wasn't it? So I'm using the scroll wheel to zoom right in. If you're not using a mouse to do CAD, you really need to. There are some available in the classroom. So the orange is the point. It was this point here. I can click on it and I can move it. Now it's a bit jumpy, and the reason for that is because I've got the step lock on. So I'm going to take it off. So always be careful when you do that. So now it's not so jumpy, and I can get this. As I say, I would recommend that for a design like this you would put a lot more points in, but I've just done it so it's quick. But you can see you can quite quickly get things. Okay, you see that kind of follows that. This one's in the wrong place. Bring that in, and you get quite used to this. Now here I need another point, so I can select this segment here and add node. There we are. It's added another node. It's here. So this one I can put there. Make sure this one goes exactly on top, and this one goes here. I'm not actually putting on that yellow, I'm just putting it there. There we are. Using the scroll wheel to roll in, zoom in, sorry, like that. Make sure you don't get them in a knot. This one should not be over here. It should be on this side of that yellow line. Sorry, that yellow dot. Whoops, let's go back out. This is totally wrong, look, but I can easily put it right. You just do it by trial and error. Look at that, I got that right first time. It's very good fun, this. Very rewarding. I think you get the point. Look at that. This is wrong, this one goes up a bit. That needs to go up a bit as well. So you don't have to worry too much about getting everything in the right place when you first draw it, because you have plenty of opportunity to get it right afterwards. Okay, I'm not going to go on for too long. Basically, that looks okay. I think, if I was doing this for real, I would spend a little bit more time on it, but not too much longer. Okay, click over here to finish. And now if I get my piece of scenery, I'll stick it back up there. Oops. There it is. Okay, there's still something wrong here, but I would change that. Now, the things that I want to keep are this rectangle around the outside. Hold the Shift key down, and that needs to be in blue, like that. And also the other thing, oops, I forgot to do select, Control G for group, and OK it. There we go. And now, actually looks like that one up here that I did before. Except I've got a black line around the outside, so that one's even better. There we are. So once I've done that, the next thing I can do is do the same with the piano. So I think, well, how big do I want the piano to be? Looking from the front view, I want it to be about this big. Go and look for a piano picture, put it there, get it to the right size, and then I can start to draw the piano. And then, of course, once I've drawn the piano, I can then take that piano drawing out, and then I could cut it out of a different material. In this case, the curtain, that is a hole in the middle of a rectangle. I think I would also put some engraving lines here. Now, for engrave, you need to use green lines. So, and also for engrave, they don't have to be enclosed spaces because you're not cutting it out. It's like drawing on a piece of paper. If you don't join the two ends, the two ends of a line up together when you're drawing on a piece of paper, it doesn't matter. But when you're laser cutting, it does. When you're laser engraving, it doesn't. So if I change this back to draw an open-ended Bezier curve, I can then put in some lines like this. Whoops. Double click to finish. So imagine I've done a load of those. And then what do I need to do? Get that and then go to line color, this bright green color, and it'll engrave it. So I can also edit it as well. So I'm going to make it a bit more curvy, like that. Okay, and I'll put an engraved line on. So when I'm happy with that, I will group it, the engraving and the blue line all together, and that will be one object, and that will be cut on one piece of paper, a piece of plywood or acrylic or whatever you want. Okay, so I hope that's useful. So just to recap, I'm using the technical drawing that you have available to you with the measurements on to see how big everything is, because that's what you're making as the base. You are go away. Then you don't have to do this, but you could have your drawing next door to you of the kind of things that you want to put in your design. Use internet search to find images of things, but don't vectorize them. Draw them in the method that I've just shown you. Group bits together, so this all moves as one piece. I haven't grouped the green line yet, but it all moves as one piece, and then that can be cut. Blue line for cut, green line for engrave. And they would obviously be cut out of separate bits of material. For the background, let's just quickly do the background, and then I think I've explained it. I think I would do a rectangle for the background, and I actually want it to be the same height as this. So this is useful because I've put that back again, and I can use the attach tool here to go like that and like that. It's exactly the same size because I'm using this attach tool here, and now I can get that, and that is my back piece done, and it fits. It's the same size as this. Make it into a blue line because I want it to be cut. Bingo, like that. No grouping because it's all one piece. Same with the piano. Could do that. I actually know what size it's going to turn out as I'm drawing it. Okay, I hope that was useful, and that's what you need to do. And you need to save all your drawings into either your home drive, or if you're using your own computer, you organize your files, and then you'll need to send them to me to laser cut. Okay, thank you.